Hey guys, Mashud here. I just saw Pari and this is my cookie review. For those who don't know the story, it's about a girl named Ruxana who is found in the middle of a jungle swamp hut kind of a thing. She was apparently raised by being chained and doesn't know the world all that well. So Arnab, played by Parambrata, feels he is responsible for taking care of her for no reason. Unfortunately, it seems like Ruxana is haunted and Arnab is a dumbass. Now, the horror in this movie started off right. The scenes, the eerie atmosphere, everything was done very well. The way that they find Ruxana and the events leading up to it was interesting. But suddenly the movie becomes boring. It's like some parts of the movie they started to make it kind of a romantic movie and then they realized it's supposed to be a horror movie and then they quickly, change the tune of the movie. The first half of the movie is really slow. Like, you want to know what's happening, right? You see flashes of scary women in robes and scare here and there, but first half of the movie, they're not explaining anything. They're taking their sweet ass time, right? They're taking time to explain the side love story, like not even the main story. And by the time the interval comes up, you're literally fed up with the movie. Like, there's no point explaining now because the audience doesn't care, or at least I didn't care. But by the second half of the movie, they start explaining things slowly, but at least they're explaining things, and it gets a little more interesting. However, the gap between the horror and the randomness that's going on between the movie is little too long because literally there are some times, actually there were a few more times, that the audience was literally laughing at the movie. Like, there were just some things that just was stupid. Like, apparently Ruxana is haunted and is supposed to be this creepy, weird woman that's found in the middle of nowhere. Yet her mannerisms quickly change to that of a jealous housewife. She's wearing like fake papier-mâché bangles, earrings, nose ring, you name it, and waiting for Arnab to come home. No joke, the audience was laughing in the theater. That's never a good sign in a horror movie. But I'll still give credit where it's due. The movie did not take the easy route with just jump scares. It actually created a scary atmosphere. It took its time, but they did it well. They did that aspect well. However, they took way too long to create the atmosphere and actually explain what's actually going on in the movie. And honestly, Ruxana's personality was all over the place. From being a lonely, isolated, creepy individual to being a housewife, loving, caring, housewife. The amount of horror and action showed in the trailer is basically it. That's all the action and horror you'll see in the entire movie. I was hoping for something more, something they would have kept in the movie that's not shown in the trailers, but there's nothing more really. There's just a lot of talking and awkward silences and awkward lines. Is it a theater movie? If you generally like horror, creepy movies, go for it. It's a horror movie, right? But don't have high expectations. This movie is hyped the hell out, right? But it's not that great. I mean, it's good, it's okay, but I personally wouldn't recommend it for a theater movie. The ending is not that great. It ruined it for me. Anushka Sharma did phenomenal acting, no doubt. However, the lines and the screenplay of the movie were not the best, to be very honest. For those of you who have seen the movie, let me know what you think. Did it live up to the hype? Was it, maybe better than your expectations? Let me know your views below and I'll see you guys next time. Later.